All right, welcome race fans here to Charlotte tonight with the IWCR Truck Series. Going to be turning 125 laps here, so this is going to be good. We see a lot of the guys out here practicing right now, and just a little note there. I did talk to a couple of the drivers beforehand. I told them, 3 wide, this track is really not that 3 wide friendly, so hopefully they do take a heed to that. I don't know. Like to give a special shout out to Thomas Keene. Tomorrow is his birthday. He'll be in there racing tonight, and he's going to try to get into victory lane here tonight for his birthday. So we wish him the best of luck. A couple more shout outs wanted to get out there is my friends Leanna, Gyro, and Joey, and Sherelle that will be watching here tonight. So thank you guys for being faithful viewers on our YouTube channel here. You're watching MaxSpeedTV. And it looks like they're getting ready to line up here for a pit party, so we'll kind of stay tuned here for a little bit and we'll watch and see what happens here at the pit party. Alright, 17 minutes left to practice here, and we're going to get to qualifying. I have a 10-minute qualifying session, just a couple of laps, but 10 minutes there right after this practice, so hang loose there, folks. Make sure you got something to drink, and Joey and Gyro, hopefully you're enjoying the show here tonight. Gotta say hello to my viewers out there once in a while and give them shout outs, but without them this wouldn't be possible. So thank you guys very much, appreciate it very much, and love all of you very much. Good job out there. Thanks for following us here on MaxSpeedTV and loving what we do. coming down to 10.5 minutes here, folks. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button down in underneath the viewing screen, and also in the right hand corner, click on that little gear looking thing and turn it up to 1080p HD. Alright folks, 5 minutes left here till qualifying starts, so hopefully I've been keeping you entertained a little bit out there and you're not falling asleep yet. But we got some fast guys out here tonight. Jordan Hightower there, wow, what a smoking lap that was. Sean Butler right there with him. So Roger Wagner in third, Robert Engelman fourth, and Thomas Keene now back to fifth. Joe Roberts sixth. Man, we've got some fast guys out there. They know how to get around this joint. It is a very fast track, a very fun track, and a fan favorite. Very popular amongst the drivers. So hopefully they can put on a good show here for you tonight. That's what we want to hear, a good show. Good song, crank it up. Okay, less than 2 minutes to go, folks. I think we've heard enough music for a little bit. We'll listen to the music of the engines here to get things, get it wound up in your blood, so crank it up. Alright folks, pick your favorite driver amongst all those drivers out there. We've got some fast ones, we've got some great ones, we've got some super great drivers here on this track, so make sure you do pick a good one, and well, they're all good. You can't go wrong by picking any of these drivers out here. They're all good, and it's going to be just a matter of who can be there at the end, who can keep their truck intact all the way. So 14, 13, 12, 11, 10 seconds left. Here we go, folks, getting ready to go to qualifying.
we take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, folks, time's coming in now. This is not open qualifying either. This is a single car qualifying. I'm under the watch tab, so you do get to see all the different trucks out here running separately. If I was in the server as a driver, you would not see what I see here, but good run for these guys. It looks like Hightower going to take the spot away again. Joe Roberts rolling into second. Still a lot of folks that have not qualified, so we'll be watching for them. I have not seen Sean Butler, Roger Wagner, and John Schwaker coming in 10th there. So some of the guys may not be too happy with their setup. Maybe might go in and make some adjustments on their setup and try to get back out there and maybe better that time. Well, I hope you enjoy the show here. Make sure, like I said, you do hit that subscribe button on your either now or on your way out the door after the race is over. But stick around for live interviews. We will talk to all the drivers. The winners, I'm sorry, not all the drivers. We will talk to the top three. I apologize for that. But throughout the race, we usually try to pick a driver at random and talk to him a little bit, ask him how his race is going, how his truck's feeling out there on the track, and how the respect amongst the other drivers is, and we will do that like periodically. Probably not right away. We usually try to wait, maybe 20, 30 laps into the race before we do pick somebody. Give them a chance to get the feel for the truck, and so they can give us a true accurate reading of what the truck is doing. And like I said, about 10 minutes of qualifying here, so they've got plenty of time. Keene coming in with second place, Roger Wagner third, beating out Joe Roberts by 1/1000th of a second. That's pretty close. And I believe those guys, I think those two are on the same team, but I couldn't swear to that, but I think they're on the same team, so they could be using the same setup or thereabouts. Maybe you might one driver to another might have to change a little something to make it feel better to them, but they've had an hour out here practicing, and I'm sure they've been practicing quite a bit in the last week here getting ready for tonight's race. So alright, well, stay with us, folks. Here we've got quite a qualifying session to go, and a lot of drivers going to try to see if they can't get on the top of the leaderboard for that pole position. We've got a couple that are really close here. Keene only 18/1000ths of a second off of Hightower. He could possibly go back out there and try to beat that. Already getting warm in the booth here, trying to get it cooled off, but haven't had too good of luck. Getting pretty warm though. Kyle McCormick, holy smokes, beating out Hightower there by quite a bit. 11 1/1000ths of a second. Holy smokes, where did that come from, Kyle? Great lap, man. Matt Cucker out here in the number 69 trying to see what he can do. Some guys maybe not too happy with their setup, I don't know. Looks like we've only got, looks like pretty much everybody has qualified, turned a lap in. And we may see, I'm not sure, we may see somebody try to go back out there. I don't really know. But we'll stay right here and see what happens. I don't know if they'll advance the session or not. They have been noted to do that before, but I don't know if they'll do that tonight because we've still got some guys that I'm not sure if they're too happy with their times. Sean Butler way back there in 11th. Schweikert, no, excuse me, 15th. So some guys back there. Houston Hamer back in 14th. So we've got some guys that are kind of off the pace. Nathan said, like, wow, bad lap for Nathan. And a few guys that did not qualify, actually quite a few. We've got almost a full field here, folks. 41 drivers entered the race here tonight, so that's pretty amazing. Charlotte Motor Speedway, definitely a fan favorite amongst NASCAR drivers and iRacing drivers too. Everybody really likes this track. I kind of give you a little history on it. We've all been here many times, working up through the ranks. This is one of the free tracks that you get with your membership, and it's what we all started out on. So one of the tracks that we started out on. With the street stocks, and work your way up legends and on up through the ranks. But everybody has ran this track so many times. They know this track inside out. But when they do a build here at iRacing, it kind of throws a little clinker in the works. Everybody's got to go out and try to work on their setups here to make their setups better, and that's what you see a lot of these guys doing here, working on their setups to make them better. So this is an open setup. They don't get any fixes here tonight. 125 laps. I was going to kind of pull up some of the info here on the track tonight. 78 degrees is partly cloudy is the weather, and the track is 78 degrees as well. We got a north wind at 2 miles an hour, 55% relative humidity, and rising. The track is located at Concord, North Carolina, excuse me. We have 45 pit stalls here, but they're going to be taken up probably about 41. Pace car speed, 65 miles an hour. And pit speed limit, 50 mile an hour. They did raise that. It was 45. Not just, I think just before the last build. So they did raise that by 5 miles an hour, and the pace car speed by 5 miles an hour. So that's pretty cool. It doesn't take quite as long to go around this track. Okay, so we're still waiting on, let's see how much time they got left. We are at the end of qualifying right now, so we will get down here, and we're going to have to run through the grid pretty fast because they go green right away. Kyle McCormick on the pole with a 28.929. Let's get down there to him if he's around. Jordan Hightower in second place, Thomas Keane in third, Roger Wagner fourth, Joe Roberts in fifth, Stephen Pearson sixth, Jason Miller seventh, John Batista 8th, Galen Kidman 9th, Calvin Troy 10th, Sean Butler 11th, Shane Doherty in 12th, Mike Vining 13th, Houston Hamer in 14th, John Schweikert 15th, Michael Kenner in 16th, Greg Sleich in 17th, Randall Drake 18th, Sean King in 19th, Daniel Smallwood 20th, Ben Manning 21st, David Butterworth 22nd, William Vandiver in 23rd, Vernon Markham 24th, Robert Engelman 25th, Nathan Sedlick 26th, Jeffrey Porter 27th, Chad Coleman 28th, John Verga 29th, and Byron Daly 30th. Matt Cucker 31st, first one to not qualify. Michael Leiby 32nd. Ryan Keys 33rd. Ken Worley, for all you Ken Worley fans, I don't know if there's still anybody out there watching yet. He'll be starting 34th. Phil Gary 35th. Michael Tibbetts in 36th. Paul Madsen in 37th. Sean Dorr 38th. Tony DeGennaro 39th. Richard Holland 40th. And rounding out the field in shotgun position in 41st, Chris Rowe in the number 66. Okay, let's get back up to our pole sitter. There he is, finally taking the grid. And we're going to get ready to roll off here pretty quick. Alright, so this is it here. This is what they've been waiting for all week long here, Charlotte Motor Speedway. And we're about to get the green flag here in just a minute and kick this thing off. Some pretty good drivers out here. We're missing a couple though. I didn't see Johnny Reed Foley out here. I believe he is working tonight. He did sing our national anthem for us, which I thank him kindly for that. Appreciate that. He did an awesome job on that. But we're ready to go green here, folks. Like I said, 41 trucks take the field here tonight. What a size of a field, man, I'm telling you. Alright, waiting to come out of turn 4, pit. Pace car is on pit road. Kyle McCormick waiting on the green flag. Green, green, green. Good start by everybody, nice and even. I didn't see anybody smoke the tires or anything. But already on the high side, we've got, wow, a little wiggly there. Jordan Hightower was one of the fastest in practice. Oh, caution is going to be out. I just know it. We had a bunch of them pile up in the back. Yes. A bunch of them. Robert Engelman. Holy moly. We got trucks everywhere, folks. Well, let's go back and see what happened here to cause all that mayhem. Somebody wiggling there just a little bit. Robert Engelman kind of checking up a little. But, oh, right there it is, way up ahead, folks. Let's get up here and see. Right there. We'll go back, rewind this back, and see exactly what happened. It looks like Sean Butler going to be into that already. Wow. He just does not have any good luck, I'll tell you. He has really been stricken with some bad luck lately. But I wanted to go here from Houston Hamer's view and see. It looks like he may have been holding his line, and Sean Butler might have caught that white line just a little and come up the hill into Houston Hamer, and that wads them up right here. Calvin Troy into it. The three of them getting a lot of damage. Sean Butler going to go down the hill and right into more traffic. and he gets plowed into by a couple more and into the inside wall. So lots of damage on the 93. Might have taken him out of contention. Ooh, some blinkers here. Whoa. Alright, we're back up live here, folks. Everybody getting caught back up. Jordan Hightower in the lead. Unfortunate for some of them guys. Man, I feel bad for Sean Butler. Wow. I would say he's either towing or he may have just said, the heck with it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if he does come back into the race. If he does, he's probably going to be a few laps down. Well, Jordan Hightower did lead the first lap of the race, the second lap, and now he is taking the third lap. So all the laps going to Jordan Hightower. So great job by him beating out Kyle McCormick, our pole setter there, to take that first lap. A lot of caught up into that mess. Gosh, I don't even know. Matt Cocker, looks like Houston Hamer, Robert Engelman, Chad Coleman, Chris Rowe, Sean Butler, Michael Kinner. A lot of trucks caught up into that. So if I named any of your favorite drivers, wow, sorry to hear about it, man. It's terrible to see that happen that quick on lap 2. Alright, I can't really tell if the lights are off on the pace car, and I think they are. Let's go down there a little closer and I could be able to tell. Yep, they are off. So we're ready to go green flag racing here, folks. They're doubling up. Kind of hard to see that far away. Yeah, it looks like a lot of guys may be out of the race after that. I feel really bad for them guys. It's just lap 2 and your race is over. Alright, we're bringing them around here to get them fired up again. So get ready. This is going to be the restart here on lap number 6. Pace car dives on pit road. Jordan Hightower bringing them to the line. Kyle McCormick on the outside, and green flag is out, and we're underway here again at Charlotte. The Zaxby's Chevrolet taking a good poke at the turn number 1 here. Kyle McCormick falling into the second place. Thomas Keene third, and Roger Wagner running in 4th. Joe Roberts in 5th. And he's got a little company there with Jason Miller up on the high side. Those two going at it. And John Batista in 7th. Miller finally falls in behind Joe Roberts to take up the 6th spot. Back up front here, Kyle McCormick trying to stay right in the foot tracks of Jordan Hightower. Gets a good run going down the backstretch, and on the inside of Hightower, Kyle McCormick looking to take that lead back away from Hightower. Gets a great run coming off of turn 4. Boy, I'll tell you, they're almost touching. Thomas Keene getting in there. He says, I'm going to follow right along with you, and almost going to take it 3 wide, but backs out of it. There you go, Kyle. You listened to what I said. I told him don't do that, and I think he thought better of it. A little too early for moves like that. I could see that on maybe with 5 to go or less, but not on lap 8. Okay, Joe Roberts now into 5th. Shane Doherty moving up the line is up into 6th, coming from 12th. Everybody pretty much single file. Galen Gidman back here in 11th. It looks like he fell back a couple of places. Sporting the Snickers paint job on that truck. That ain't the one I seen earlier, but that'll work. Mike Miney in 12th. And he's got company there. Greg Sleich looking on the inside of Mike Miney to try to take that position away. And now Galen Gidman on the inside of Stephen Pearson, side by side going into turn 3. It looks like Galen does clear Stephen and takes over that position. Into 10th, Stephen Pearson goes back to 11th. Sleich now on the inside of Pearson as well. Roger Wagner gets by Hightower. Puts Hightower back to 4th. He did get out there and lead a couple of laps. He led the first, I believe, 6 laps of the race. And now we've got a brand new leader. Kyle McCormick has led 5. So the only 2 leaders in the race. We've had 1 caution so far, and that was on lap 2. Wouldn't it be something if we went green the rest of the way? That would be awesome. Well, let's see if they can do it. These guys are good enough. They can do it. Keene trying to hang on to Kyle McCormick's tail. He's doing a pretty good job, and just a reminder that Thomas Keene's birthday is tomorrow. So if you see him or you know him, send him a message. Wish him a happy birthday tomorrow. Not sure how old he is, but tomorrow is his birthday. He said he was going to try to get out here and win tonight for his birthday. That would be a pretty awesome birthday present. Roger Wagner kind of right behind Thomas Keene in 3rd. Being patient, what it's going to take, being patient here tonight. Coming across the stripe, Kyle McCormick still leading. And they're coming up on lap traffic here, folks. Let's see how they deal with the lap traffic. Oh, we got one off of there. Looks like the number 68 of Phil Gary on the backstretch. And Thomas Keene looking for the lead here, folks. Underneath, Kyle McCormick wants to get up there and lead a lap as they go side by side coming to the stripe. Let's see who. Kyle McCormick leads that lap, and boy, was that close. Thomas Keene has got a fender on him right now. But, boy, coming down the backstretch, Roger Wagner sitting right there waiting to see what these guys are going to do, who he's going to go with, who he's going to push, who he's going to battle with. Thomas Keene on the low side, Roger Wagner right with him, goes up the hill. He gets to use the whole track where they don't. And still at the stripe, it was Kyle McCormick. Now Thomas Keene gets a good run into the turn. Let's see if he can clear them. Still side by side. And now Roger Wagner taking it 3 wide. Somebody has got to back out, and that's not going to be good. Roger Wagner, man, plowing right into Thomas Keene. Well, let's go back and take a look at that. Ouch. That's not going to sit too well, I don't think, with some of them drivers. Well, let's go back on, actually, we'll go back on Roger Wagner here and watch and see how this all transpires, folks. He's takes it down low into the turn, 3 wide. And we'll see what happens here. This is he's on that white line, and he comes up the hill into Thomas as Thomas is coming down, and that puts him up the hill into Kyle McCormick, and Roger goes on. That's my buddy, Roger Wagner, and he brings him down pit road. Roughhousing already, folks. Wow. They come to their pit stalls here, screech and halt in their pit stall. Kyle McCormick going to have some damage. I think he'll probably be sitting there for a little while. I don't know. Thomas Keene with a lot of damage as well. I'm sure there's probably some words being said right now. I don't know. I don't even want to hear it. All right. Well, I don't know. Roger Wagner may have got a, not sure, he may have got a penalty on that. I don't recall, but he's coming back off of pit road. He's going to be back in 14th place because we've got a brand new leader up front, Jeffrey Porter. Going to be leading this lap if he stays out long enough. Roger and I talk about this a lot when we're in the booth together, that, you know, this track is really not 3 wide friendly, so I'm kind of a little bit wondering why he did take it 3 wide, but hey, the opportunity arose, he took it, he stuck his nose in there, went, he couldn't back out, and that's racing for you. Okay, so it looks like Jeffrey Porter going to be leading. Joe Roberts second, Jordan Hightower third, Shane Doherty fourth, John Schweikert fifth, Galen Gidman sixth, Jason Miller seventh, John Batista eighth, Stephen Pearson ninth, and Daniel Smallwood 10th. So not bad for a restart here. Taking a look real quick, that is the second caution. I believe that come out on lap 18. So second caution of the day in 18 laps. Not too bad, really. It's not what you want to see, but you know, that's racing. You know, the guys are out here. It's in their blood. You know, I know I say that a lot, but I just want to stress that fact that, you know, it's in all of our racing blood that you know, we do things like that, and sometimes we realize maybe that it's a mistake. Sometimes you make out on it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you come out on the losing end. But anyhow, stuff like that does happen. Okay, Jeffrey Porter in the Hooter Chevrolet out front. Joe Roberts on the front row with him. Lights off on the pace car. We're ready to go back racing. Looks like we did lose quite a few drivers, actually. Sean Butler, Chris Rowe, Robert Engelman, Michael Kinner, Houston Hamer, and Matt Cucker all out of the race. Unfortunate for them guys. And that most of that happened on lap 2, folks. First caution of the race, lap 2. All right, let's see what these guys have got. Let's see what Joe Roberts has got. He was pretty fast in practice. Let's see what he's got for Jeffrey Porter. Jeffrey did not pit on old tires, so Joe's out there on fresh tires. Let's see what he's got. Pace cars on pit road. Green, green, green. Jeffrey Porter takes the lead right over to lead another lap. And look at this, folks. Jordan Hightower on the inside of Joe Roberts to try to battle for second. Looks like he's got it. Comes up the hill in front of Joe Roberts, taking over second position. Galen Gidman right there on the inside of Shane Doherty going into turn 3. Looks like Galen may have him by about a fender, but let's ride along here with John Schweiker for a minute. Looking ahead to these guys racing it up side by side. Galen Gidman not giving up on that low line. Looks like he's got a pretty good setup out there tonight. Does pass Shane Doherty. Made it look pretty easy. And caution on the track again, folks. Let's see where it happened. Oh, Richard Holland. And it looks like maybe Thomas Keene might have got into the side of him, so we'll go back. Let's take a look at that one. Not sure exactly what happened there, but Thomas Keene on the inside of him. Vernon Markham right behind Thomas. And it looks like Thomas Keene got a little bit loose going into the turn and comes up the hill and taps the side of Richard Holland right there. And Richard almost had it saved. Kind of sends him around a little bit. Looks like he almost had it saved, but then he might have overcorrected and it just stepped out and hit the outside wall. Unfortunate for the old schools driver, Richard Holland. Lots of damage on that truck. As he gets it back up there, Jordan Hightower still our leader. And it looks like Jeffrey Porter in the Hooters Chevrolet in second. Joe Roberts third, Galen Gidman fourth, Shane Doherty your top five. Well, we'll see if we have another caution. I hope not, but another caution maybe here in a little bit. We'll try to get down there and get a word in with one of the drivers. Hopefully they can stay green for a while. And I don't want to wish the bad luck on anybody. I just don't want to see these guys pacing. I want to see them racing. I'm sure you do too. John Schweiker 6th, Jason Miller 7th, Daniel Smallwood 8th, Stephen Pearson 9th, and John Verga up to the top 10. Nice looking truck there, the Zaxby's truck and the Hooters truck. They're all really beautiful trucks out here under the lights here at Charlotte. Boy, it really makes these trucks shine. Joe Roberts in the Winn-Dixie truck. That one's pretty sharp too. And Galen Gidman in the Snickers truck. One of my favorite candy bars. You can join us tomorrow morning on Twitch, I believe at 10 o'clock Eastern. We'll be broadcasting on Twitch, Dogs of Endurance. And then tomorrow night we have a special race for end-to-wall racing that we'll be broadcasting for them on YouTube. So tune in to Twitch tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening here on YouTube. I believe it's around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I'm not sure exactly about the time, but you can tune in tomorrow night here on YouTube to watch that. So, and that'll be the B car, but I'm not sure what track they're running. Tomorrow morning is the Dogs of Endurance. They're running at Zolder, multi-class race at Zolder, so that'll be fun and exciting to watch it as always. It's really cool to watch them guys race there. Okay, we're ready to go green. Everybody doubled up. Let's see what they got here, folks. I'll do my old buddy Ed Hewitt's call here to get them going. Okay, coming out of turn 4, pace car looking to head down pit road. It does. And boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Green flag is out. Joe Roberts right there in third. Galen Gidman on the high side. Just pushing the daylights out of Jeffrey Porter right there. Shane Doherty in fifth, followed by John Schweikert. Them guys all on the high side. The high side kind of the line you want to be on the backstretch, but in the turns you kind of want to dive it to the bottom, just like John Schweikert's doing right there, and let it go back out to the wall. That's the fastest way around the track, folks. Jason Miller in seventh, and he's under attack here by Daniel Smallwood. Daniel takes over that position. Good pass, good clean racing right there. Stephen Pearson in ninth. John Berga in 10th. Greg Sleich in 11th. Ken Worley in 12th. Looks like Ken's out there with a new paint job on that truck, or at least it's one I've never seen. Maybe he's had it on there before, I don't know. Roger Wagner, after leading a couple of laps, is now back in 13th. Mike Vining 14th. Byron Daly in 15th. Let's go back in the field a little further. I was kind of looking for Sean Dorr back here in 25th, or 4th, excuse me. As he crosses the line in 24th, right behind Vernon Markham. David Butterworth in 22nd. Michael Tibbetts in 25th. Paul Madsen in 26th. Phil Gary 27th with a lot of damage on that and blinking. Sean King 28th. Sean is a couple of laps down, actually one lap down, I'm sorry. He is one lap down. First one a lap down, so if a caution does come out, he will get his lap back. And boy, the way that thing is all mangled up, he has got to be driving, it's got to be driving like a dump truck, as they always say. Kyle McCormick 29th. Kyle up there after leading 10 laps earlier, getting caught up there with Thomas Keene and Roger Wagner. He's back in 29th. I was going to look and see where Thomas Keene was, because he was involved in that. He's on pit road, folks. He's trying to get some of that damage fixed up, but we've got a brand new leader up front. Joe Roberts coming to the line here, going to lead his first lap of the race. Great job, Joe. Nice. Putting the Winn-Dixie Chevrolet into the lead. Good job. Now Galen Gidman on the inside of... Boy, what happened to... wow, what happened to Hightower? He really is going backwards. A lot of guys going by him. Don't know what happened there. He let about 2 or 3 of them go right on by. Jason Miller in 9th. Oh, we got Thomas Keene trying to drive that hunk of junk around the track. I don't know. I get that thing off the track. You're just a wreck waiting to happen out there, Thomas. Wreck waiting to happen, buddy. Take it down pit road, keep it off the track. No, he is going to keep it on the track. Oh, my. All right, well, we're going to see how this is going to fare when the leaders come around. I don't know. This is pretty shady. I don't know about this. Joe Roberts out front. And Galen Gidman second. Shane Doherty in third. Jeffrey Porter fourth. And now John Schweikert in fifth as he gets by Jordan Hightower and puts Jordan back to sixth. Stephen Pearson in seventh. And Jason Miller, oh, getting awful close, a little too close there with Daniel Smallwood. And that all happening right in front of Roger Wagner. As they come up on lap cars, oh man, Kyle McCormick up on the high side, they fit that through there like a glove. That was pretty amazing driving right there by all them guys. Daniel Smallwood now on the inside of Jason Miller. As Roger Wagner still sitting here looking to see what's going to happen. It looks like Daniel, man, just goes in that turn just a little too hot. Had to back out of the throttle. Now Roger up on the high side. Up front here, Galen Gidman hanging on to Joe Roberts. Galen was denied the win last week. Roger took that win away from him. Man, he made that truck about 50 feet wide going around the track. Now Galen up front. Joe letting him gonna lead a lap here. He's gonna let Galen lead a lap. That's what teammates do. So Galen Gidman up front here, going to come around and get a point for leading the lap, folks. First time today Galen has led, so good job by him. They come up on more lap traffic here. Galen goes down on the inside of Sean King. Is the lap car that they're passing. Everybody staying way low, and he's staying way high, giving them all the room they need down on that low line where the groove is. Jeffrey Porter in fourth. Now he's the next one to go by, Sean King. And Jason Miller a little ways back yet too. And caution out on the track, folks. Let's see where, oh, we got a bunch of Greg Slate into that, and he gets pile drived again. Let's go see what happened to him. Greg Slate right here looks like a lap truck, and he was checking up right there, and it looks like he's going to get into him. No, oh no. And that was, let's see who that was. That was Ben Manning, and we'll go back here a little bit to see what happened to Ben. I think he must have, he was trying to stay high out of there, but he maybe was just a little too high, and when he was just like stuck on that wall. He could not get off of that wall. And I know the feeling. I've been there and done that. He lets all these faster trucks go by. He's up on the wall. When he finally gets it off of there, it just like jerks to the left. And I know he didn't really want to do that, but he gets right out into the path of the 14 of Greg Slate, and Greg taking some damage. So, all right, well, that looks like caution number 3. Galen Gidman out front, and he's bringing them down pit road here, folks. Joe Roberts into his pit stall. Galen already stopped, and tires going on. Roger Wagner in. Jordan Hightower in. Kyle McCormick coming down pit road here, stopping in his pit stall. He's way back in the field. All right, looks like we had a pretty good run off of pit road there. Mike Vining, I believe, beat everybody off of pit road, and he did a 2-tire stop. Sean Dorr staying out, I believe, yes. Sean Dorr staying out, and if he stays out this time, he will get the point for leading a lap in the race. He does have a little bit of right side damage. We can get up here and check this out. Just a ever so slight amount of damage there on the right front corner. You can see the bottom part of that fender's just got a little wrinkle in it. So hopefully that doesn't affect him too bad. Other than that, I think he's okay, but he does collect a valuable point here, crossing the line for leading the lap. Good job, Sean. Okay, so it looks like Sean Dorr, Mike Vining second, Joe Roberts third, Galen Gidman fourth, Shane Doherty fifth, Jeffrey Porter 6th, Roger Wagner 7th, Jason Miller 8th, Jordan Hightower back in 9th, and Stephen Pearson, your top 10. Looks like Greg Sleich may be out of the race. I don't see him out there. John Batista, another one fallen victim. So a couple more drivers falling out. Now we're down to 33 drivers. Nathan Sedlick still on pit road. Ben Manning still on pit road. Chad Coleman, Kyle McCormick, and Sean King. All these guys still sitting on pit road trying to get some damage fixed up, I believe. We can check here real quick and see. Yes, we've got quite a few of them on pit road. Kyle McCormick sitting in his pit stall. So unfortunate for these guys. You know, I hate to see that happening, but that's why we call it racing. Sean Dorr now comes to his pit stall. That gives the lead up to Mike Vining, and Mike is going to get scored as leading a lap. Great job, Mike. Way to stay out there, buddy. Joe Roberts going to be on the high side of him. And Mike Vining, remember, only took 2 tires. So let's see how the 2 tires are compared to the 4 as the lights are off and we're ready to go back green flag racing here, folks. All right, let's see what they can do. Pace car is in. Mike Vining ready to hit the throttle. He does. Green, green, green. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Galen Gidman taking a peek here on the inside. Mike Vining leaving that bottom open, and Gidman going to slip in there. So Gidman back up into the lead, and Shane Doherty, I'm sorry, Shane, right there in second. Mike Vining up on the high side, gonna back way out of the throttle. And Galen Gidman gonna lead another lap here, folks. Mike Vining goes back to 4th, and he's still up on that high side. The number 99 there of Jeffrey Porter now on the inside. And guess who's with them? Jordan Hightower and Roger Wagner. Hightower up on the high side, Wagner on the low side. Let's see how it works for Wagner this time. Good running by these guys. Wow, man, I'm telling you. Mike Vining, let's see what's going on here. Back of Mike Vining. Just some doggone good racing right there, I'm telling you. Mike Vining holding on to 4th position. Hightower in 5th on the high side, but look out on the low side. Jeffrey Porter got a great run. And it looks like Jeffrey Porter did take that lap, took that lap away from him, but a lot of hard racing going on here, folks. Looking back from Jeffrey Porter, Roger Wagner on the inside of Hightower now, looking to try to capitalize on that move. Still side by side with them, but I believe Roger is gaining a little bit of ground to get ahead of Hightower. Going into turn 1, he's going to have to drive it in there a little bit harder. Slides it up across, takes the air off of Hightower, and Hightower saves it, but he is going to go way back in the field. Wow. Hightower goes clear back to the 14th place just by Roger taking the air off of the front spoiler. Amazing, amazing racing right there. That's got to be the save of the race, folks. great save by Jordan Hightower. He's going to have to probably cool them tires off a bit now. He's back here in 13th, Tony DeGennaro in 14th, and Ken Worley 15th. Man, I love that truck Ken's got. That's sharp looking. Oh, little bit of blocking there, Tony DeGennaro. It might not have been blocking. It might just been he was a little bit loose coming off the turn. Randall Drake in 16th, looking on. Tell me these guys aren't racing it up here, folks. Shane Doherty right on the tail of Galen Gidman. And those guys chasing Joe Roberts. Man, I'll tell you, like wolves, the wolves to the hound. Roger Wagner now in 6th. And he's taking a peek here on the inside of Mike Vining, but no dice. He doesn't want to make a mistake. Again, boy, that could have been really costly for Roger. He does have just a little bit of right rear damage on that truck on the spoiler, but I don't think it's affecting the handling here. If it is, it's not very much. He seems to be very fast on the low line, comes up across the nose of Mike Vining and rolls into 5th. John Schweikert back here in 8th place. Has been trying to get back up to the front there. He was up, I believe, up to about 4th there one time. And now he's back here in 8th position. He wasn't as fast as I usually see John in practice. He's usually a little faster than that, but I don't know. He may have been holding something back. He didn't qualify very well. Qualified 15th, and that's not like John. I don't know. Maybe if I get a chance later, I'll try to talk to John and find out what happened there. Definitely not his usual self tonight. Stephen Pearson back into 10th. Well, let's go back in the field here. Phil Gary in 22nd has been trying to get that damaged truck back up into contention. William Vandiver, oh, he was a little bit squirrely there. Man, oh man, he's really driving the wheels off of that. And Phil Gary onto the inside of him, and that is poor position, folks. These guys are still on the lead lap. The only one, the next one to go a lap down, Calvin Troy. And I don't think he's that far ahead of the leader here, Joe Roberts. Joe Roberts is not far behind him. And he's got a mirror full of Galen Gidman. Wow. Let's look ahead there. We can see Calvin Troy going into the turn just about 3 or 4 seconds ahead of Joe Roberts right now. Looking back to Galen. Galen keeping right in his track, his tire marks on the track, man. That's pretty amazing to drive like that. Shane Doherty in 3rd, Jeffrey Porter 4th, and Roger Wagner 5th, back about 1.3 seconds. But we'll go back and check on him in just a minute. Roger, yeah, he's back here. He's fallen off the pace just a little, but he could be just kind of taking it easy right now. He's in 5th. Got a little bit of ground to make up. Mike Vining in 6th. Byron Daly in 7th. Followed by John Schweikert in 8th. Steve Pearson 9th. And Jason Miller 10th. So we're in a nice long green flag run. And boy, I didn't say that. Knock on wood. Not that I'm superstitious, but I don't want to jinx these guys. And I have a very bad habit of doing that too. This is some good racing here, folks. Let's get up here. Joe Roberts still towing. He's coming around on some lap traffic, so passing up Sean King right now. And it looks like Calvin Troy gets way off of the track to let these guys by. That's what you call respect right there on the track, folks. That is a load full of respect. Coming around here to take lap number 61. So we're almost at the halfway mark, folks. Just a couple more laps, and we will be at lap 60. Let's see, 62 and a half would be halfway. So a couple more laps, we'll be past halfway. And hopefully these guys can really get it hooked up, and we can see some green flag racing from here on out. That would be really awesome. Galen Gidman for the lead, looking on the inside of Joe Roberts. Well, that was Joe Roberts looking on the outside of him. Excuse me. Nope. Galen Gidman takes over the lead. Here we go. Jeffrey Porter getting by Shane Doherty. And Roger Wagner still hanging on, 1.4 seconds back, so he's not losing ground to these guys at all. Actually, he's hanging right there, hanging tough. Go get him, Roger. Mike Vining starting to reel that group in just a little bit. Would like to get up there and get into the draft with Roger Wagner. Would really help him. John Schweiker did clear these guys and goes into 7th. Stephen Pearson 8th and Byron Daly in 9th. Byron looking to the inside of Stephen Pearson to take that position away. Can't make it work this time, so he's going to have to save that for next time. Getting back up to the lead here, Galen Gidman starting to put a little distance on second place, Joe Roberts. Galen's been up here leading 10 laps. He said he doesn't want to be denied the win here this week, so let's see if he's got it to beat Joe Roberts. Man, I'll tell you, it was definitely an awesome race last week. You know, Roger just had the truck last week. Just no doubt about it. Roger right now back in 5th place. And he's got just a tick of damage on that right rear, and you got to wonder, is that affecting, is it slowing him down? Because he's still hanging right there. He has not wavered off of that. 1.4 seconds behind these guys, so definitely got a 5-truck pull away here. Mike Vining back in 6th, pulling a whole nother group behind him. Schweikert in 7th, Stephen Pearson 8th, Byron Daly 9th. And clear back to Jason Miller and John Berga and Jordan Hightower taking up the rear of that group. All right, Ryan Keese. We haven't talked about Ryan all day. Here he is running in 13th, about 9.2 seconds behind the leader. Michael Leiby in 14th. And Randall Drake has worked his way up into 15th spot now. Tony DeGennaro 16th. Got the Best Buy truck out there. Got a little bit of damage on the left rear corner. But he's very fast. Very good. It looks like Randall Drake taking a peek on the inside of Michael Leiby. Does have a run on him coming out of turn 4. Well, let's see who crosses the line first. It looked like Michael Leiby did. But Randall Drake working him over. No change up front except for John Schweikert now moves into 6th. So he clears yet another guy. I believe it was Jason Miller. He clears, and now he sets his sights on Roger Wagner. Roger quite a ways ahead of him. Actually about 3 seconds separating them two. Roger now up to the bumper of Shane Doherty and looking to maybe get by him. Is he getting ready to take a peek here on the inside? Let's ride along with him. Going into turn 1, looks like he is going to complete that pass. Shane falls right in behind Roger, just like you're supposed to do. Good job, man. That was great driving right there. Good job by both of them. The Serta Chevrolet just, man, I'll tell you what, he did his homework on that one. Shane Doherty, good driver. Roger puts the Blue Moon Chevrolet here, still 1.3 seconds back of the leader. But puts it into the 4th position, and now he sets his sights on Jeffrey Porter Jeffrey's about a second ahead of him in the Hooters. The Hooters truck. Galen Gidman's still leading out here. Been leading for 17 laps. Make that 18 as he ties Joe Roberts for the most laps led so far. Hightower had 16 laps. Kyle McCormick had 10. Let's go back and check on Kyle. Kyle's back here in 26th place. It looks like he's got a little bit of that damage fixed up, but not enough. He's really not that fast out there. He's 4 laps down to the leader. Richard Hall in 27th. Ken Worley on pit road in 28th, and Thomas Keene 29th, driving a truck that's driving sideways, folks. That thing's dog tracking like crazy, and he's still out here trying to turn lap and pick up more positions. Looks like Ken Worley may be calling it a night. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait here and see if Thomas Keene may pick up a position off of him. But Jeffrey Porter is still in 3rd. Roger Wagner 4th. Still 1.3 seconds. Look at that. It's just like perfect every time, you know, that 1.3 seconds. So, man, I don't know how these guys do that. Shane Doherty in 5th. Stephen Pearson 6th. And John Schweikert now back to 7th as Pearson got by him. And they're coming around here to take lap 75, folks. So 50 to go. And it's getting interesting now. These guys know when you're starting to get down to this far in the race, it's starting to show, you know, the work that you've done in your setups. It's time to make sure that you've got your truck clean. You need the tires, the fuel that you need. Everything is done properly. Joe Roberts back up in the lead, and look for the win here. So, and these guys all know how to be in victory lane. Joe Roberts, Galen Gidman, and we just talked to Joe Roberts here just a couple of weeks ago in victory lane. Won a race. Galen Gidman, he has just really not had a good season this season. And, you know, I kind of feel bad for him because he works so hard, and he just can't get that break that he needs. Looking at these guys nose to tail, Roger Wagner now is reeling those guys in. He is down to 0.7 of a second, folks, from the leader. So he's made it a 4-truck battle up front. Shane Doherty back 1.5 seconds from the leader. Stephen Pearson and John Schweikert. Looks like Pearson pulled away from Schweikert just a little bit. Byron Daly in 8th. Jason Miller 9th. And John Berga, your top 10, folks. Berga having a pretty good race tonight. Way back here in 11th, Jordan Hightower, which led 16 laps earlier in the race. Joe Roberts now takes over the point here, and he leads the most laps with 22. Looks like him and Galen just working at it to try to maybe tie that or something. I don't know what their plan is, but they're doing a heck of a job putting a good show on out front. And now Galen Gidman back into the lead. Joe Roberts lets him go. These guys just shuffling it back and forth. Pretty amazing driving. It's good when your truck is running that good up front like that and you're not really being challenged. You can really just kind of buckle down and have a little bit of fun. Galen, you know, he definitely deserves it. You know, I have a little bit of fun out there. Roger Wagner now right up onto the back bumper of Jeffrey Porter. They go by Kyle McCormick. Kyle way off the pace. Kyle's running back in 26th place. 5 laps down. Galen Gidman leads another lap. That makes it 23 laps. So right now, him and Joe tied 23 and 23. That's what I say. I think they're playing the little game here of tying each other for leading the most laps. But it's going to come down to who's going to lead that last lap. That's going to be the most important one. Byron Daly back here catching up to John Schweikert. These guys would all welcome some fresh tires right now, I'm sure. But I think they're trying to get it down here a little bit further before we start seeing green flag pit stops. I think the pit window is like about 40 or 42 laps, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm probably wrong, but I think that's about what it is. So they're trying to get that down, which they're in that window right now at about 42 laps. So we may start seeing some green flag pit stops here before too much longer. Some of them might stay out there and, hoping for a caution, and then they could all pit at the same time. But Jeffrey Porter in third gets by the number 49 there of Calvin Troy. And Calvin really actually not running too bad considering all that damage on that truck. He is the first one a lap down and would get the way by. Michael Leiby on pit road. That's the first one we've seen on pit road, so he has taken that window, and he's away. 4-tire pit stop for Michael Leiby, first one to come down pit road. Let's see when the leaders are going to come down. Now they're getting into some great racing here, folks. This is really getting good. Galen Gidman, Joe Roberts, Jeffrey Porter, and Roger Wagner. Those 4 just stuck together like glue. Waiting to see if it's going to come down to the end of this to decide it. I don't know, but they got pit stops to go through yet, and we're going to have to see how that's going to pan out. Galen starting to put a little distance on Joe Roberts, about almost a half a second. Joe back in second there, about a half a second behind him. But he has got company with Jeff Porter right on his tail, folks. They come down the long backstretch here at Charlotte. And Jeff Porter looking to the inside of Joe Roberts, and Joe lets him go. That's going to put the 3 of them right together. Roger Wagner, the third one in that little group. And these guys trying to battle here to get up to Galen Gidman. But Galen is just really wicked fast. It looks like he's saved his truck for when it counts. Now he's out there in clean air. It really makes a big difference. We're still seeing a lot more guys on pit road. Kyle McCormick back on pit road. So we're going to start seeing some green flag pit stops here because we're coming down to 35 to go pretty quick. And Galen Gidman coming down pit road, folks, giving up that lead. And it looks like Joe Roberts, Jeffrey Porter. I did not see Roger Wagner. Roger stays out. So let's check in here on pit road and see what happens as they all come to a pit stop. And this should be their final pit stop of the day. Galen Gidman, Joe Roberts in. This will be their final pit stop. Roger Wagner yet to come down pit road, but he may be coming down shortly. Waiting for these guys to... He may have... maybe didn't get that memo that these guys were all coming down pit road. I don't know. Still staying out there. Truck feels good. Tires feel all right. He's got a 1 second lead over Shane Doherty. Jason Miller now back in third place, 5.4 seconds back. Byron Miller in fourth. John Berga fifth. And John Berga coming down pit road, giving up that fifth position. He comes to a screeching halt in his pit stop. Roger Wagner still staying out there. Right side's on. Left side's on. Topping off that tank with fuel. And he's out of there. All right, let's get up to Roger as he's still staying out there. He's got a 1.2 second lead over Shane Doherty. But let's go back here to Galen Gidman as he showed one lap down right now because he did go a lap down as per stopping in your pits. You're gonna pretty much go a lap down. So yeah, Galen Gidman back here one lap down as he comes around and he's pulling a few guys behind him. John Schweikert, Jeffrey Porter, Joe Roberts. All these guys pretty much kind of sticking together here a little bit. It looks like yeah, so I want to get back up to the leader here and see when he's going to be coming down pit road. It's going to be 30 to go when he crosses the line, folks, so the laps are clicking down. I know he can't make it the rest of the way on fuel. He's got to be trying to map this out and figure out how he's going to, when he's going to pit, whether he's going to take 2 tires or 4. He's got that much of a lead, and if he could plan this out correctly, he could probably stop, just take the fuel he needs and do a right side tire change and maybe come out still in the lead. I don't know. I don't want to give away all of his secrets. I don't know. I don't know for sure. We'll have to watch and see how this is all going to play out. Shane Doherty now 1.5 seconds back. Byron Daly way back here 6.8 seconds back. Roger's still staying out. Jordan Hightower in fourth. Joe Roberts goes by him with them new tires. But Joe is back in 9th place, one lap down. Still trying to keep an eye on Roger here to see when he's going to break pit road. Doesn't look like he's going to do it this time as he comes up on the number 99 there. Had to check up a little bit or he would have got him in the tail. Roger out here leading 11 laps so far. Going back here, Galen Gidman now up to the 7th place. John Schweikert 8th. And Joe Roberts 9th. Stephen Pearson 10th. John Berga back in 11th. All right. Still watching Roger way up on the high side. Some of these guys that have pitted are a little bit faster than him. He lets them go by. Right thing to do. They are way faster than him. Can hold that bottom a whole lot better. Let's look and see just how much. Oh, Roger is coming down pit road. Okay, he is coming down pit road, folks. He's giving up the lead. He hasn't yet. Byron Daly stays out. And Byron's going to lead that lap. Roger coming down. Let's see if he takes 2 or 4. I'm not really sure. I think I would take 2, but that's just me. Right side's going on. And he's out of there. And that's just exactly what he had in mind. He's got some guys out, though, in front of him now. It looks like Byron Daly. He is coming down pit road. Jordan Hightower also on pit road. Roger Wagner is still out in the lead right now. But he's got Galen Gidman coming up right behind him. As Roger can get that thing back up to speed, as Galen going to battle him side by side. They're almost 3 wide with the lap car in between. Galen stays right behind Roger. Wow, did Roger ever do that right? Let's just hope them 2 tires work out good for him. Now Galen's, he's on a little bit older tires. He's been out there for a few laps on them tires, so probably about 15 laps, so that might about make them equal. Roger out there on 2 right side tires. Joe Roberts in 3rd. John Schweikert 4th. Byron Daly 5th. Stephen Pearson 6th. Hightower in 7th. John Berga 8th. Paul Madsen 9th. And Ryan Keese in 10th. I want to get up here and stay with these 2 leaders because they're battling side by side here, folks. And boy, I'll tell you what, this is going to be a bitter end. This is kind of almost what happened last week, where Galen kind of got denied that win by Roger. Roger was just that much faster and had it out front. They ran at Las Vegas last week. Galen for the lead right here. Roger fighting back on the high side though, and Galen is going to cross the line first. Brand new leader again as he does clear Roger. Now can Roger do the old crossover maneuver? Let's see, or is he going to stay behind him? Oh, Galen doing a little bit of blocking on Roger as Roger goes into turn 3 underneath Galen. Boy, if that wasn't some serious blocking going on there, folks. 21 to go. I think Galen must have looked up at the counter and said, well, plenty early yet. I don't need to be blocking yet. Joe Roberts joining the fight here in 3rd. And John Schweikert back in 4th. As he gets by Byron Daly. Byron back in 5th. Stephen Pearson 6th. Jordan Hightower in 7th. So Schweikert wishes he was up there in the lead right now, battling with them guys, but running 4th right now. I seen some smoke there from somebody. I'm not sure who that was, but a little bit of smoke coming off of somebody's tires. As Gidman continues the lead here, 33 laps he's led so far. He has led the most laps so far. And here we are at 20 to go, folks. Now's when the guys are going to start thinking about how they want to get up there and challenge these leaders. And they're going to be pushing their trucks harder than they pushed them all race for sure. Roger underneath Galen now for that first spot. And he does come across. Oh, they do touch. Whoa, a little bit of touchy-feely going on there. Roger just letting him know I got the lead here. So let's ride along here with Joe Roberts and watch this battle here, folks. Joe's been pretty fast today too, so we could see an upset here. You never know. Could see Galen and Roger get together and Joe sneak in there and for the win, get the Winn-Dixie Chevrolet in for victory. And we might be talking to him in victory lane. You just never know. Never know about these boys. John Schweikert way back in 4th place here. He is 3.3 seconds behind the leader, Roger Wagner, right now. Coming up on some lap traffic. Byron Daly back in 5th. Stephen Pearson 6th. Now looking to the inside of Byron. And that is for the 5th place if he can clear them. They go side by side through the tri-oval, the quad oval, I better say. Pearson, boy, trying to hold it down, and Byron is pinching him right down on the bottom. Pearson going into turn 3. Still not enough speed to carry it through and clear Byron. Them two still side by side. Byron gets a pretty good run off of turn 4 and comes up beside him. Looking just how close these guys come. A little touch there. That was some intense racing right there, folks. You can tell Byron's keeping Steven pinched right down to the bottom, making him use them tires up. Steven's not going to be able to keep that up for very long before he's going to start wearing them tires out. So I don't know. If it was me, I think I would back out of it, which looks like Steven may have. Still side by side here with him, though. Byron back up in the front. Boy, it is a close racing right there, folks. Byron using every bit of that track he can use, and so is Pearson. Pearson just burps the throttle enough to let him go. He knows if he keeps that up, he's going to use up them tires and won't be able to catch him at the end. Good racing right there, boys. That was awesome. Roger Wagner and Galen Gidman starting to pull away from Joe Roberts. This has been green for a long time here, folks. Take a look real quick. We've had 4 cautions in 113 laps, so that's pretty amazing. And now Roger Wagner under fire by Galen Gidman. Gidman trying to get that lead away from him again. And no dice that time. If that was the last lap, Roger would have won it. Those two teammates, I know, and probably running the same setup. I don't know that for sure, but I think they are. And definitely even. Definitely even. Joe Roberts back here, just 6/10 behind him, looking on. Schweikert back 4.7 seconds behind them, guys. So if it stays green here for 10 more laps, folks, Schweikert going to take up the 4th spot. He comes around some lap traffic of Sean King. And Sean gets a little squirrely, saves it. Wow, what a piece of driving there by Sean King. Good driving, Sean. Daniel Smallwood goes by him. Daniel is running in the 16th position right now. He is actually a lap down. Michael Leiby running 14th. Tony DeGennaro having a great day out here. The leaders are coming up on him. Roger Wagner, Galen Gidman, and he goes way up to the high side and lets them go by. That's what you call respectful racing right there. Very respectful racing. He falls into place right there. Joe Roberts dives underneath them and takes up that spot. Getting by the lap down car there of Tony DeGennaro in the Best Buy truck. I know I keep saying car, you know what I mean. Truck. Well, it's the only truck in the sim, so, you know, everybody else runs cars, or a lot of people run cars, so it's kind of hard to keep that straight. All right, Pearson in 5th, as he did get by Byron Daly. Jordan Hightower back here in 7th. John Berga 8th. Paul Madsen 9th. And Jason Miller 10th. Jeffrey Porter 11th. And Ryan Keese, last one on the lead lap in 12th place. Everybody else is a lap down or more. So Roger Wagner still out leading, and Galen Gidman trying to fight back on the inside. He knows it's time to go. And these guys have put on one heck of a show out here in the front tonight, folks. I just don't want to see it end badly. These guys are racing it really hard. Roger does have the line, and Galen's just doing everything he can to get by Roger. Roger's not blocking. He's just running his line. And no, I'm not being impartial here. I'm not being prejudiced. Roger is holding his line. He's doing a good job of it. You know, if he beats Galen, it's going to be because he just had a better truck or whatever, but he is out front right now. Galen trying to get up there with them. They're coming to take 4 to go this time by 4 laps to go, folks. I don't know, I'm getting a little tongue-tied here because I'm getting excited for Roger. If he gets this win here tonight, that'll be 2 in a row for Roger. Wow. Galen giving him the old push down the stretch and comes into turn 3. Roger trying to keep him pinched down just as tight as he can to make him burn them tires up. And Roger still holding him off. Roger takes that lap also. Been out there for 30 laps now, but still not enough to beat Galen Gidman. Galen's got 34 out front. And caution out with 3 to go. Are you kidding me? Oh no. Let's go see what happened here, if we can even find what happened. Oh, right there. Sean King maybe, you know, gosh, I don't really know what brought the caution out. It took me to Sean King, but I didn't see where anything happened. So I don't know. Well, anyhow, looks like Roger's going to get the win here. He's coming around this time to take the white flag. Holy smokes, what an upset. Galen had a good run, though. I mean, you know, we'll talk to him in a little bit. And Galen, both of them would deserve that win, you know, either of them. So Joe Roberts right there in 3rd, and it looks like John Schweiker going to be 4th, Pearson 5th, Byron Daly 6th, Jordan Hightower 7th, John Berga 8th, Paul Madsen 9th, and Jason Miller your top 10. Well, this is 2 weeks in a row Roger Wagner winning here, beating Galen Gidman. I don't know how that's going to set between these teammates, but we'll find out here in just a little bit. We get down trackside and talk to these guys. They are on their white flag lap here, final lap of the race, folks. 125 laps. Take a look real quick here. This is caution number 5 in 125 laps. That's absolutely right off of the charts, folks. That's great. We've seen some of the greatest racing here that you'll see anywhere. These guys have really put on a super show all around the track. All these drivers did. We've still got 27 drivers in the race. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, we'll get down here a little closer. Roger Wagner going to bring it into victory lane tonight. Big congratulations to him. Coming off a turn 4 right here and looking at the checkered flag. The flagman is holding. Looking at his 2nd victory in a row here, folks. Roger Wagner bringing home the win here tonight. Congratulations to him. Wow, what a race. We'll get down here in just a minute and talk to these guys. Great racing, though. So hang loose a minute, folks. We'll let the drivers all congratulate them out here on the track, and we will get down there and talk to them in just a second.
Damn, Schwartz.
Roger Wagner, this is Rudy up in the booth. You got a copy?
10-4, buddy. I got you.
You got to be walking on cloud 9 right now. This is 2 wins in a row, brother. Las Vegas last week, Charlotte this week. congratulations on a great victory. Man, what a show you and Galen put on up there in the front. I hope Galen's not too upset about the outcome of this. He can't be. You guys put on a great show up in the lead. But talk about your race and how you managed to keep him held back.
First of all, I really got to apologize to Thomas, and I think McCormick. We got 3 wide. I got a great run off of 2 on that lap, and I thought I'd be further clear of him by then, and it just didn't. I just didn't get there. And when I got down the corner, I had to hit the brakes a little bit, and the truck just went in a straight line. It didn't even turn, and I got into Keene. So I'm really sorry to those 2 guys. That was a little too early for that. I know we had a great truck, and we probably would have got there anyway. So I kind of ruined their night, so I feel bad about that. But, man, racing like that with my teammates up front, and Galen's just a class act. I mean, there was a couple of times he really probably could have put the bumper to me and got me off the line and really screwed me up. But, you know, he raced me like a true teammate, a true gentleman. And, you know, I know he wanted to win really bad, but I wanted to go back-to-back really bad. Raw Power Motorsports, we had an awesome truck all night long. We got to give a big, huge thank you to Mr. Butler. He came in tonight, and we were pretty good, but he helped us get a whole lot better. And it kind of sucks that he got knocked out early, but tonight was excellent racing by the entire team. I mean, Joe, you know, Galen up front, Stephen Pearson, Mike Vining, all of us ran up front. Randall Drake had a good run. It sucks that Nathan got knocked out early. Jeff Porter, awesome run for him too. The whole team, we worked really hard. We're really starting to see the payoff for all the hard work, and this is really awesome.
Well, it's showing out there, brother. We can see it. You know, like I said, you guys put on a heck of a show up there in the front. You bring the Blue Moon Chevrolet into victory lane 2 weeks in a row. This has got to be really setting you on fire right now, and the whole team, for that matter. So, but congratulations, Roger, on a great win here tonight. Anybody else you need to thank or give a shout out to?
Man, just all the RPM guys, IWCR putting on a great series. Tonight was an awesome race. We thought it might be a little more caution-filled than it was. We got to run through green flag pit stops. That is always fun. And you do a great job up there. I'm enjoying myself too much down here on the track the last few weeks to come back up in the booth with you on Saturday nights, buddy. But you do a fine job. I listen to the broadcast every Sunday morning, and this is awesome. Back to back. Never thought this would happen for a long time, but this is awesome, man.
For sure. Well, have a drink on me, buddy, and celebrate it up, because, man, you deserved it. Both of you guys up there in the front. Joe, too, I don't want to count him out because it was just 1, 2, 3, just great racing. Yes, you had a great truck tonight, Roger. I watched. I mean, you got a lot of camera time, I'll tell you that. But I tried to give everybody a little camera time. So, but congratulations, Roger. Good job out there tonight.
Thank you, buddy, and thanks to all my teammates, and good job for Joe and Galen both finishing in the top 3 RPM all the way, buddy.
Yes, sir. Galen Goodman, you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, that was kind of a short yep. Are you upset about the finish of that, or what? Talk to me there, buddy. You finished second tonight behind Roger. A lot of good racing up there, you got to admit.
Yep.
What's up with that? Come on, talk to me. Talk to me, Galen.
Truck was good all night long. Proud of the effort put in by everybody. Had a really good set. I was proud of the way teammates raced around each other tonight, and would have loved to see that caution not come out. It was unfortunate in a lot of ways.
Yeah, do you think you had something for Roger there? I mean, both of you were racing really hard. And I didn't see where he was blocking or anything like that. He was just running his line. But just a few laps before that, when you were in the lead, I seen a little block going down the backstretch. But I think you guys were just playing around. But great job out there, Galen. You're bringing home second tonight, man. Oh, man, this is a lot better than the Las Vegas race.
A little bit. I mean, we got third at Vegas. It's just the same thing. I let myself get in position when I was following a teammate, and that sucks because you know they've got just as good a truck as you do, and you can't rough them up to pass them that much. So it's a frustrating situation to be in. I'm proud of the finishes we all got, though. That was really great to see the whole team up there and alive and kicking, and really frustrating with that last caution. It was unnecessary and just frustrating it had to end that way. I really think I was going to get him, and it was going to be, the perfect story, us battling for the win 2 weeks in a row, and he gets it 1 week and I get it the other. But sometimes things happen that are outside your control, and we got second. It's a good night, and I'll be happier about it here in a little bit. It's a good night. I should be happy.
Well, I tried to find where the caution was, and I could not find it. I don't know, maybe you could enlighten us of what happened out there to bring out that caution.
The car stopped on the front stretch. Okay.
All right. Well, that would do it, but I tried to find it and I couldn't find it. So, but anyhow, second place, a little better than third place last week, but last week's circumstances were a lot worse than this week. At least you got to race it to the end here. Caution coming out with 3 laps to go. Yeah, it does kind of suck. You both had great trucks, and like you said, RPM finishing 1, 2, 3. Don't get much better than that. So thanks for talking with us here, Galen, and anybody you want to thank.
Yeah, Roger's list is pretty sufficient, so I'll doubly thank all those guys again, and I'll thank you for broadcasting. I'm sure this was a good one to broadcast. I was, really just want to thank all the league members. We've had some tough races here, and historically, Charlotte has been one of our worst tracks as far as cautions goes, and this was just an unbelievable race with a huge field. I mean, if we could do this every week, the sky's the limit. This is awesome, and more than anything, I would just want to thank the league members for an awesome race. I'm so proud of everybody.
Yeah, I think there was about 27 or 28 still out there running at the end of this, 13 of them on the lead lap. So, yeah, very, very good race, and, I got to congratulate all the guys out there for running such a huge race like this here with such a huge field. Great job by everybody out there tonight. But thanks again there, Galen, for talking to me, and congrats on your second place.
Thanks, buddy.
Joe Roberts, you got a copy?
I got you, bud.
Well, Joe, you came home third tonight. Man, you were up there and led a lot of laps. You led 23 laps. You and Galen back and forth, putting on a great show up in the front. Galen just seemed like he was up front all night. Probably at the last 3 quarters of the race, you and him battled it out and had a great time. Talk about some of them battles that you and him were kind of like switching it back and forth.
Yeah, Galen had a tremendous truck, and I did as well. And what was happening after we would get away from the field and we would start running for 10, 20, 30 laps is the fact that my truck would get a little tight when I was in clean air. And then I would let it go, and I'd let him go by me, and we would keep swapping back and forth. But once I got into second, the truck was much better actually in dirty air. So I was comfortable riding second. And so I didn't want to be holding anyone up or doing anything. I mean, we all are teammates, so we all have the same set. But he was just better in clean air than I was for whatever reason. So it was just the nature of things. It was how RPM as a whole could be fast.
Well, not taking anything away from you, Joe, but Galen probably got that up there. I think it's the nut behind the wheel. It's maybe it made his truck a little bit better out there in clean air. But great job out there, Joe. Man, I'll tell you, you 3 out there in the front put on a great show. It was just good to see this from my perspective up here in the booth, and it was just amazing racing out there by everybody. We've seen a lot of fast guys. John Schweiker coming in 4th and Pearson 5th. Man, these guys really fast. Just couldn't get up there and tangle it up with you guys, and I'm sure they were wishing they could. But anyhow, Joe, you come in 3rd place. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I just want to go and say that I just wish that last caution wouldn't have come out. I really wish it wouldn't have, because I feel like Galen did. Because if you were looking at the lap times, I was cashing them after we leapfrogged a lot of those lap cars. And when I came out of the pit, I was about 2 seconds behind them, and I think that's where I lost my race, because I got stuck behind a lap car coming out of the pit road on the apron. and I ran him down. But the thing is, by the time I got there, I had burned up my stuff, but I had cleaned my tires off and got them cool enough where I thought I could make a charge in the last lap, especially when Galen got alongside Roger. So I just wish that it wouldn't have ended under caution. I think it would have been a really interesting shuffling going on in the top three. But I want to, when it comes to people I want to thank, I really want to thank Sean Butler. He was the genesis behind this set tonight. I want to thank my crew chief as well. He's always been really good to me, and I love racing him. And I want to thank Galen, Pearson, Scott, Mike Vining, everybody associated with RPM, Nathan Sedlak, Jeffrey Porter. We all work so well together, and it's just a blast to go and work with these guys, and we're all on the same page. We're all fast. So, I mean, RPM, keep killing it these upcoming weeks.
Yes, sir, Joe. Well, you're making one heck of a showing out there for yourself. You've improved tenfold over last season. I know last season you had a lot of bad luck, but it seems like this season's going a little better for you. A lot of good luck and a lot of good teammates and partners that work with. And congratulations to you tonight on a third-place finish. Well-deserved, brother. Well-deserved.
Thank you, sir. This is all because of them. That's what makes it possible.
Yes, sir. All right. Okay, we're going to go down through the results real quick here, folks, and we're going to get the heck out of here because I got to go congratulate these guys. Okay, Roger Wagner winning here tonight 2 weeks in a row. He's taking it to victory lane. He knows how to get there, so that's not the issue. Galen Gidman second, Joe Roberts third, John Schweikert fourth. Great run for John tonight, coming back. Man, it didn't look like he was going to get a fourth place, but battled back really hard and brought it into fourth. Stephen Pearson, another one coming back from, back in the field a little ways and bringing it into fifth. Battled it up with Byron Daly there for quite a while and finally got by him. So I was thankful that happened because I think they were using up their tires, but good job by them too. Byron Daly in sixth. Jordan Hightower, fast out there tonight, really fast, and brings it into seventh. John Berga 8th, Paul Madsen 9th, Jason Miller 10th, Jeffrey Porter 11th, Ryan Keys 12th, Tony DeGennaro 13th, Michael Leiby 14th, Daniel Smallwood 15th, Michael Tibbetts in 16th, Phil Gary in 17th, Randall Drake finishing 18th, William Vandiver 19th, Sean Dord top 20. Mike Vining 21st, Chad Coleman 22nd, Calvin Troy 23rd, Sean King 24th, Shane Doherty in 25th, Thomas Keene finishing 26th, Richard Holland 27th, Kyle McCormick, our pole setter, finishing 28th after getting together there with Thomas Keene and Roger Wagner, and those two did not come out of it very well. Ken Worley in 29th, David Butterworth 30th. Vernon Markham 31st, Greg Sleich 32nd, Ben Manning 33rd, John Batista 34th, Nathan Sedlick 35th, Matt Cocker in 36th, Houston Hamer 37th, Michael Kinner in 38th, and Sean Butler 39th, Robert Engelman 40th. Huge field here tonight, folks. Chris Rowe 41st. So that'll round it out for tonight. Congratulations to our winner for the second week in a row here, Roger Wagner at Charlotte Motor Speedway for IWCR. This is MaxSpeedTV. Thanks for watching tonight and stay safe.